welcome to Amplify, a micro podcast for macrocosmic creators. I'm your host, Karen Curry Parker. To change the world, we must be the change we wish to see. This idea is derived from the wisdom of Mahatma Gandhi, but it's an idea that's rooted in quantum physics. We create in the world by virtue of our resonance. The stories we tell, the narrative we hold both personally and collectively program the energy streams of possibility and potential. This programming organizes all of the potentials related to the story you're telling and forms a field of information that eventually manifests in your life. So, for example, if you want to publish a book or create a podcast, to make that happen, all the streams of information that connect you with the organized fulfillment of that desire have to get connected. That means the people who manufacture your microphone or your computer are connected with the people who ship the goods. The post office, the car manufacturer for the vehicles used, the internet provider, the online platform providers and programmers, the lives of all the people who coach you, even your listeners and your readers, are all coalesced on a quantum level into one coherent field of data that creates the fulfillment of your intention. We are taught, and it's true to a certain degree, that our thoughts create our reality. It's more like the energy field we resonate with by virtue of our thoughts, our emotions, the memories we hold, our ancestral lineage, and our collective conditioning, and more, creates our reality. To change the point of creation in our experience, we have to not only change our thoughts, but we have to change our perception of our memories, the narrative we tell about our ancestral lineage, and even reframe our point of view on our stories of our past. If you want to write or create a podcast, the desire alone is not enough. You have to have an integrated energy field, a personal narrative that aligns with the desire. You have to want it, but you also have to believe you're worth it, and that it's possible for you, and eliminate any old thought forms that you might have that might be keeping you from believing that expressing yourself out into the world is right for you. Now, that might sound a bit overwhelming, and for some of you, maybe even impossible, but don't worry, I've got some workarounds for you. Here are some quick thoughts to help you. Number 1, we are hardwired to be happy, abundant, and to fulfill the fullest expression of who we are. Being creative is your natural state. If you're alive, you're creative. Number 2, if you've ever experienced an event, perception, or experience that caused you to doubt your value or lose your connection with your right place in the world, the pattern of that experience is stored in the part of your brain that's on high alert for repeating patterns. This is why we react to triggering events. Our brains tell us that a past pattern has been triggered. Number 3, if you try to reason your way out of a pattern, something we all do, you might accidentally re-trigger the pattern. The solution? Science shows that we can override some of our past patterns by shifting out of the reasoning, logical side of our brain and draw on our right side, more creative part of our brain. Now, obviously, if you have significant, what we would consider macro traumatic events, you might also need some extra support to help you heal. And please remember that you deserve extra support if you need it. How do we begin the process of overriding past patterns? By literally rewriting your story. By doing an art project or some kind of creative exercise that forces you to draw on the not so logical part of your brain to begin the process of stretching your thinking beyond the limited possibility of the pattern that your logical mind is holding that might be holding you back. In addition to writing a new story or doing a creative project, you have to consciously commit to literally being what you seek to become. From that point, you can change your creative nexus. What does that mean? To be a writer, you must read, and also write on a regular basis so that your actions match the story you're telling the world about who you are. To have a podcast, you've got to listen to podcasts, and you've got to start taking the steps to set up your podcast. To be a coach, you've got to get coached. To be a thought leader, you've got to listen to other thought leaders. I like to think of this as dancing on the slipstreams of photons that hold the information stream you are consciously calling in. Here's to a week of creative fulfillment and to writing a story, a powerful, new, true story of who you are, a creative, global change agent. Have a wonderful week. What's the next right step for you getting your creative contribution out into the world? You can find us at gracepointpublishing.com. May your voices gain strength. May your vision stay clear and strong. May your creative fire spark change in the world.